All right, let's talk about antennas and setups. So this is my KM4 ACK in-fed half wave, a piece of RG58 for a long run. It's about 50 feet long, and then I put this air choke in it. Then I have a little bitty piece of RG58 in case I want to do a shorter run. And then that is my 12-meter spider beams pole. In that piece of PVC there, it is a 3 ham sticks. I use those ham sticks on this mag mount, and then I put an air choke in that also. I was getting some common mode, so I wanted to put an air choke in that. I have the 20, the 40, and the 15 meter different ham sticks. And then this last antenna that I have here is the Wolf River Coil Mega Mini. So it is the small coil. I have 2 collars on it so that I can quick adjust to a couple of different bands. And then this is the collapsible 213 inch antenna. And then these are the counterpoise. So each one of these antennas or antenna setups are very good for various different things. Some people do not like the ham sticks. I don't mind the ham sticks. They get me pretty good, or they've done me pretty good. The Wolf River coil, you can either set it up on the tripod mount, which is what this is, and then I added an elbow to it. Or you can even put it on the mag mount here. So I'm gonna show you some setups for these, so give me just a second. All right, so the Wolf River coil, I set up the tripod on there. It's not very big. I forgot to bring a tape measure to show you exactly how big that is, but it's not that big. At the same time, you don't want to set this. I'm gonna walk over here. So there's a trailhead right here. You don't want to get in people's way. So you don't want to walk into the middle of the trailhead, for instance, and just set your antenna down in the middle of the way. So then, not only is this tripod going to be in the way, but those counterpoise wires that I showed you, they are 33 feet long, and you don't want people to be tripping over those. So if I was going to use the tripod for this particular antenna for the Wolf River coil in this particular park, what I would do is I would either get close to that building over there out of the way, which may be difficult to do, or I would set it up over here in this area so that I could lay my counterpoise out that way and that way, and then it should in theory not be in anybody's way. I could even move the tripod over this way a little bit so that it's less in the way, and then it's going to be straight up in the air, and it would be 213 inches for the whip plus the little bit of the coil itself. So that's the Wolf River coil and its intrusiveness, if you will, of using that antenna. Now we're going to put up the in-fed half wave. I'm going to set the camera way back here. The only thing that I've done so far is I tied my spider beam pole off to my truck. So now I'm going to raise up my antenna. All right, I readjusted the pole. There's still a few, I think it was 3 sections left inside the pole, so that's probably about 20 or so feet tall right at the moment. But anyways, this in-fed half wave, it's kind of tied off right there and then tied off right there, is 67 feet long. So depending on how much room you got to set it up, I'm lucky here at this park because I have this piece of wood that I can tie off to, but not every park's gonna have something like that. But something else that you could do is you could do an inverted L. So what you would do is you would put the feed point down here at the bottom and then run it up the pole as high as you can, and it's focusing on my finger. Run it up the pole as high as you can, and then run it, say behind me to a tree if you have enough room. So this pole is a total of 40 feet tall, and 40 minus, or 66 minus 40 would be 26 feet that you would need to run the L shape. So you would go, again, you would go up and then run an L, man. All right, so there's that. That's a few different options that you may have depending on your capabilities, or not your capabilities, but depending on what antennas you have. So you could easily inverted L and then run it to one of those trees over there, maybe even this tree right here that's kind of close by. There's a whole bunch of different things, but again, the main thing is you don't want to get it in this trailhead or that trailhead or that trailhead over there, because you don't want it to get in people's way. So, oh, and then the last thing that I forgot to mention is this is the feed point. So I could either hook up my small cable to it and then like just sit here on the ground or on the post or whatever and operate my radio from there. Usually what I personally do here at this park, and most parks really, is I will run from the feed point in the window there on my truck, and then just sit in the driver's seat and operate from there. And then our least intrusive antenna, or at least intrusive antenna that I have, is going to be, or least intrusive setup rather, it's going to be the mag mount. Right now I have the 40-meter ham stick plugged into the mag mount, which is on the roof of my truck. I can also, if I wanted to, and I have done it once or twice, I can put the Wolf River coil up on that mag mount too and run that. The ham stick is about 8 feet tall, and again, the Wolf River coil is like 19, almost 20 feet tall. So if it's windy out, then this is my go-to right here for operating, is the ham stick. There are people that have different mounts that you could possibly, mount it right there where my 2-meter 70-centimeter antenna is in the pocket hole, or other things that you can do. But this is how I do it, and it works out pretty well for me. Like I said, some people don't like the ham sticks, but ham sticks there for a while were the only antennas that I had that I could go to. So yeah, there's that, and that's another option.